Hello, what is good, all of you beautiful souls around the world? Dun, dun. How's everybody doing today? Happy Memorial Day. First and foremost, I did want to take a moment to thank and appreciate and remember all of those who have risked their life for the greater good of our country. For those who are still actively serving, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, and my prayers with you and your families and your children and your children's children. So with that, I just did a live. Unfortunately, my Bluetooth was connected to a speaker somewhere else in our house, so it was muted the entire time on a day that I wasn't even going to work really. I do it right because I do it twice. Yeah, so let's see here. Today, God has prepared the way for you. That is what I started speaking on. My first video, I think, was great. So God has prepared the way for you. And I was reading in the Bible, he speaks here, and he says, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to a place I have prepared. If you listen carefully to what he says and do all that I say, I will be an enemy to your enemies, and I will oppose those who oppose you. So we have to listen to that voice. He says that he planted the seed in our hearts and in our minds. So we have to listen to that voice. I know it's hard because that voice asks us to change our behaviors, change the people we're hanging out with, change habits that we're doing, right? And change is uncomfortable. But when we listen to that voice, he will be an enemy to our enemies and oppose those who oppose us. He also goes on to say in here, do not let them live in your land, or they will cause you to sin against me. So with that, I take that as bad company. And the land could be either our space that we're in, our environment, or it could be within our minds. And I was speaking about bad company corrupts good character. And sometimes that bad company could be a voice in my head. And that voice that will say things to me like, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not rich enough, you're not good looking enough, you're not worthy enough. But with God on our side, you are more than enough. God says that he will fill your cup to the point where it overflows and pours into the laps of your brothers and sisters. He wants to fulfill your life. He wants nothing more for you than for you to be able to carry out the purpose that he has instilled in your hearts and in our minds already. So I also spoke on not every day is going to be a good day while we do this. We will have bad days and experience bad days throughout our spiritual journey. Success comes from not allowing those bad days to disrupt the goodness that you're doing in life right now. To not allow the bad day to turn me into, make me a bad person. Because they weigh on us, and it is, the enemy will attack us harder the more light that you're trying to spread to others. We're adding to the light, and the dark wants to be fed as well. Now, I do believe in duality, and I know that that's a deep subject to get into. But anyway, for example, I was speaking, I have 2 kids. When I have a bad day, I can't allow my bad day to stop me from doing what is asked of me to do. Feeding my kids, going to their games, things like that. I have responsibilities. But I was even speaking on my last show when I just posted this. It makes me so upset. Is that even without having responsibilities, if I allow a bad day to disrupt the goodness that I'm doing right now, then I'm going to get the karma from the badness that I was doing. So, you know, I came up with this quote this morning, and I said, our futures are built with the bricks that we lay today. Start building your foundation. And if you have already built your foundation, keep laying your bricks, because one day you will have an empire. One day you will have a kingdom that you have prepared for others to be able to come into the light and to find hope. And I was speaking, keep on saying that, the show I just did, I have mental health problems. I have bipolar. I have anxiety. These are things that aren't spoke about enough. There's a stigma attached to them, like I'm a disabled person because I have bipolar and anxiety, so I'm just condemned for that, you know. And there were situations in my past where I tried to take my life, and I just shared on my group today, because I do speak actively out on these stigmas, trying to break the stigma, trying to end the silence on certain things. And I posted today a kid that just killed himself because this is not spoke about enough. We are not talking enough about mental health and how important it is for us to take care of our minds, bodies, and our souls. It's a trinity, right? Our mind, our body, and our souls. We must take care of all three, and to be aligned and to be able to feel fulfillment and have that void inside be stopped from having to be filled with worldly things, because it's a God-shaped hole. It's a God-shaped hole, and when we put God there, we become full and satisfied, not wanting more. You know, because that feeling of wanting is a disease. Gratitude is where your blessings will come from. Being grateful for right now, our present, bringing ourselves back to our present moment, grounding ourselves. You know, I spoke about this for anxiety and mental health. To be able to take some breaths and to concentrate on right now, and maybe just like, you know, look at life around you, maybe touch it, you know, experience life with your senses, your 5 senses, 6 senses, if you have a spiritual sense. And yeah, so with that all being said, I wanted to send a prayer out for all those who are serving and have served in our military. Today we remember you, thankful for you, appreciate you. Your bravery and courage is admirable. And yeah, so thank you. I just wanted to thank you and show a little bit of my appreciation. And my grandfather was a Marine, and he has taught me how to be a good person in life. So that all being said, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day today. May the light fill your spirit. May peace fill you guys' mind. And may love fill your hearts always.